right, good afternoon, Thunder Nation. We're back on the airwaves, getting ready to bring you Game 4, our second game of the day, here up in beautiful Arlington, Texas. West Houston Thunder varsity squad getting ready to take on the San Antonio Wolverines. This will be our fourth game, as I said, of the tournament, the Homeschool Southwest Classic. We're in a great position right now with a 3-0 record after just having won a tough-fought battle against the HSAA Angels from the Dallas area. We just had the coaches meet and had the coin toss, and we're going to be the visiting team for a second time today. We were home team both yesterday. Got Seth Thompson's going to be our leadoff hitter again, getting ready to take his position in the box. And we'll give you what we can give you soon on the lineups. First time that we faced this team this year, and possibly first time ever. Don't know a whole lot about this team, but they're from the San Antonio area. They're the Wolverines. They've got a right-handed pitcher stepping in to start for them today. Seth Thompson is going to be our leadoff hitter. Seth Tinkopa on deck. And the first pitch is in and is called for a strike. Happy to join you again here and bring you this game. Brandon Cavazos, my partner, is going to be sitting back here next to me soon. We took about a 30-45 minute break here between games, and players got rehydrated and got some snacks, and a lot of smiles in the dugout, a lot of life in the dugout, and we're looking forward to having another good game for you here. He went down a little low and chased that one, came up empty. Don't have Game Changer up yet, so we'll catch you up on the stats when we can. Takes that one high for a ball. Count is 2-2. We're lucky to have the same umpiring crew again on this game. We're on the same field as we were earlier today. And he swings right through that one and comes up empty, strike three. Swing and miss. That's one out for the Thunder here in the top of the first. Seth Tinkopa steps in for his first at-bat of the game. Tinkopa's last at-bat last game was clutch. Came up with a big 3 RBI double. Got Brandon sitting back down, joining me. Brandon, good to have you.
Yes, it's been fun.
Watches that one for ball 2. So we're going to have Thompson just batted, Tinkopa, Moore, Cavazos, Lavender, McDonald, Wilson, Ennis, Kramer, Koch, Coggins, and Gunkel.
Oh.
Hit that one a line drive, a looping line drive back to third base, and it was easily caught for out number 2. But Tinkopa pulled that ball. He's been hitting a lot on the opposite side. So far, 2 quick outs being made here by the Wolverines. Drew Moore steps in for his first at-bat of the game. He takes one outside. And Drew, he hits a nice line drive, but even a nicer leaping catch by the shortstop. He had to climb the ladder quite a bit to get that one.
And he happened to be playing deep.
Yeah, he was playing pretty deep in the hole there. So getting good bat on the ball there, but nothing to show for it for the first half of the first inning there. 3 up, 3 down. we're going to have a starting pitcher today, one of our younger guys that's been called up, Gunkel. My understanding is their plan is they're trying to get an inning or so out of him and just try to share the load with the pitchers today, try to keep other pitchers fresh. Defensively, we'll get you going here. So catching this game is Jared McDonald. So Gunkel McDonald is your pitcher-catcher. Over at third base, Seth Thompson. Shortstop is Drew Moore. Second base, Seth Thompson. First base, you got Jackson Cavazos. And then over in the outfield, and left, you got Lucas Lavender. Center fielder, William Ennis. And right field, this game will be Wyatt Wilson.
We've had a number of youngsters stepping up. This is another opportunity for a youngster to really shine and get some valuable experience.
Warm-ups are finished. McDonald throws down to second, and
infielders are giving the young fella some words of wisdom.
Yep, hopefully the defense can reinforce that by just making plays behind him. Good sportsmanship by McDonald here, shaking hands with the third base coach, and umpire has called a quick time here to check on something there. So we'll have play going here shortly. Home plate umpire had to take care of something. He said we're going to hit pause on the clock. So now he says play ball. Get ready to bring you the bottom half of the first inning. Let's see if we get a lineup here. This shows the shortstop, Garza, is going to be the leadoff hitter for the Wolverines from San Antonio. Looks like they're going to be batting just 9 players, as the Angels did last game. If you didn't hear earlier in the other game, the rules of this tournament, you can either bat all your players and substitute defensively in and out however you want, or you can play your typical, 9 hitters and then pinch hit, substitute in and out, and you can't return in. So first pitch by Gunkel is high for a ball. As is the second pitch.
His leadoff batter has a big pad on his left arm, and he leans way over the plate.
Thompson style. So far, three pitches and 3 balls there. I think it's been quite a while since he's pitched at all, according to what I learned from his father. So just a little bit of nerves probably there. See if he can get one over here. 3-0. I thought that one was good, but 4 pitches and leadoff walk. That's going to bring up the number 2 hitter, Rios, the third baseman.
That's a ball high.
Misses ball high, yep. A lot of times when they miss high, it's just a matter of their release point. Need to release a little bit more out in front of you, get that ball to come down. That ball gets past Mcdonald, allows the runner to advance to second. That was definitely a wild pitch there, up and in. There's a strike.
And that's a strike.
A 2-1 pitch. Again, misses high there. Coaches and players encouraging Gunkel on there just to throw strikes. And he does that,
Yeah.
puts one in there and just fouled back for strike 2. This hitter acts like he's really upset that he missed that pitch.
Yes.
Felt like he could have done something with it apparently.
Let's see what he does with a full count.
And he lays off of it, and it's another high pitch for a walk. Coach Lavender's going to call time and come out and take a mound visit there.
Looks like we're going to have a pitching change.
It's going to be Drew Moore coming in.
Wyatt Wilson, I think, is going to be moving to second. Seth Thompson will move to short. James Koch will be in right field.
Gives us a minute to take a little look at some pitching stats for the season. Moore's got 13 and a third innings pitched this season. He's faced 56 batters and 1 win, 1 loss. He's only given up 1 walk this season and 11 strikeouts. He's got a 3.67 ERA.
I think Moore has to put on flat shoes for this rubber mound.
That's a good point. Yeah, it's like an artificial surface on this. Again, this is a field that is kind of multi-purpose, I guess you'd call it. It's all dirt infield and flat. No hill or no mound in the middle. So they, obviously play softball and stuff like that on it. So they've got this artificial mound set up in there. So Moore's going to put on his turf shoes that allows him to get a better grip on that. And he's back with the new shoes. Fun to take a look at the stats for the team. On the hitting side, batting average wise, we have 6 players, almost 7 players that are batting over 300 for the season. Cavassa's at 449, Moore 386, Gilson 379, Colburn 333, Kramer 333, and Thompson 308. for those that might not have been on earlier, this earlier game today, we were sharing about the rules of this tournament as far as pitching limits. For every pitch you pitch as a pitcher, you have to have an hour of rest, which means that any pitcher that pitches in a game, if they have a second game that day, you're not going to be able to pitch probably. If you pitch more than about 20 pitches, you're ineligible for the next day. So that's one reason we've seen quite a few pitching changes and trying to keep pitch counts down. For example, Lavender, he's only pitched a handful of pitches yesterday and then today in relief, so that keeps him available for tomorrow in our games that we're advancing. Definitely better than the consolation game for sure. I think we're playing for a shot to win this tournament at this point if we can have another good showing today. All right, Moore's done with his warm-ups, and he's going to take the mound with runners at first and second and no outs. Stepping in is the number 3 hitter. His name is, let's pull it up here. His name is Hill. He's the designated hitter. Good size young man. Drew throws his first pitch over for a ball.
And that's right down the middle for a strike. Fastball. And he tries him inside, and it's fouled off down the third base line.
Jammed him a bit there. Drew's ahead here, 1-2. No outs again, runners in first and second. Bottom of the first inning. Thunder was not able to do anything in their first at bat. Went 3 up and 3 down. Drew coming in, trying to put a stop to a little rally they've started. Puts a nice pitch in and must have just missed on the outside edge. Not a bad place to waste one. When you're ahead like that. 2-2 is the count.
Ooh, just misses, maybe a little low.
Yep.
So we have a full count, runners at first and second. And great breaking ball.
Yeah, nice job. He swung over it. Big first out here. Good strikeout by Drew. 1 out. That's going to bring in their cleanup hitter. His name is Ruggiero. He's the catcher. Right-handed hitter. Still runners at first and second. Nice strike brought in there. Working the outside part of the plate. Be a good time for a ground ball. This one's in the air. It might stay in fair territory. Oh, it almost is brought in by Cavazos. He actually reached his arm over the fence. The fence is pretty low over there and doesn't quite get it. I thought he had it. I thought he had a shot at it there.
I did too.
Hopefully
I'm sure he's quite disappointed. I couldn't even see if he got a glove on it.
Couldn't either. Ball was tailing away from him, but Drew's ahead 0-2 here. Hear him? Oh my goodness, we have quite a character in this umpire here. He's humming the Jeopardy song as our catcher Mcdonald is tying his shoe. He finds a way to have fun. We love it. a blessing to have a great umpire. All right. Woo.
Oh,
Makes an off-speed pitch that must have just missed. Sure looked good. It was right where Jared was set up, but he calls it a ball. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, nice.
Runner trying to catch Jared asleep, and he tries to steal third, but Jared's not going to have it. He comes up firing, and they call him out. Very nice throw. He put it right on the money there. Tinkopa does his job to put the tag on him and get a big second out there. There's a double steal attempt, so the runner from first had moved over. We'll take that.
Counts 2-1. Comes inside on him, and the batter swings and just nicks it.
Yeah, it jammed him really, really well. Went off of his handle. Evens up the count, 2-2. Now we have 2 outs, so Drew's is trying to try to pitch to get this runner out, or this hitter out. Misses up and in there. This ball's in the air. I think it's going to be playable by Jackson. He drifts back and does catch that for out number 3. Good job by Drew Moore to come in and keep the runners where they were. No runs come across there after a little bit of scare of a couple of early walks, but no harm, no foul there. Thunder gets a bat again. We're going to be starting this inning off. Yeah, go ahead, Brandon.
Yeah, it'll be Jackson, Cavazos leading off this inning, and then Lavender and McDonald. It seems like anytime there's any activity on this infield with all this dirt, it just leaves a cloud of dust floating by.
At least it's not very windy. It's
Yeah.
very calm, so it's not blowing in our living room too badly.
This pitcher was really efficient in his first outing, getting the first 3 batters in order. Let's see how he does with our 4, 5, 6 hitters.
Just taking a look at our YouTube stream. Looks like we got 9 or so people out there listening in. Thank y'all for giving some of your afternoon to follow the Thunder. It's a little bit before 5 o'clock on a Friday. Hope everybody's had a good week. The weather's been outstanding this week after some stormy weather blew through Houston earlier. We had been blessed with some great weather up here in North Texas. We're in the Arlington area. We're really not far at all from the Cowboys and Rangers stadiums. Jerry World, as they call it. A lot of family have joined the Thunder players for this trip, this road trip. This is our first kind of road trip of the season, really. Getting us a little nice warm-up and prep for our big tournament in Florida, the Homeschool World Series, where we'll probably be seeing quite a few of these same teams there. All right, looks like we're ready to start the top of the second inning with Cavazos stepping in. Same pitcher on the mound for the Wolverines from San Antonio.
That's low for a ball.
drills that ball.
Smokes one over the center fielder's head.
That ball is gone,
wow.
baby. I tell you what, it's gone. It's probably hit a car out there. Straight center field. The center fielder turned his back to us, and he was sprinting towards the fence, and he stopped because he knew it was gone. That is home run number 2 for the season for Mr. Cavazos.
Some kind of a celebration plan.
Oh my gosh. Oh, I wish we had that on video for y'all. I think they practiced that. So the whole team comes out to wait for him at home plate. And when he hops up and steps on home, drops his arm, the whole team falls down like a bunch of bowling pins.
That was fun.
They're playing loose.
It was a fastball right down the middle, and Jackson just
he smoked it, man.
Barreled it right over the center fielder's head. That's his second home run on the year. And Lucas gets a hold of one, but the second baseman's able to field it and get the out.
Definitely hit that one solid.
Yep. And now Jared McDonald is the next batter.
McDonald's our catcher today. Swings, nice cut, but swings through that one for strike 1.
And another strike, a little bit more inside, and he takes another cut and misses for strike 2.
So far, 1 hit for Thunder and 1 run to show for it.
Wow.
That's a curveball that doesn't.
A lot of movement on that curveball.
Yeah, it stayed in, though, and McDonald wisely laid off of that. Chases one a little bit outside and comes up empty on that one for strike 3. That's first out of the inning. Stepping in next is Wyatt Wilson. Double Dub, as Doug and I have started calling him. Found out from Wyatt's dad that that was actually a nickname before he was born. They called him Dub Dub. So he's named Wyatt Wilson, aptly. He was telling me actually his older sister came up with that cute name, and they were still trying to decide what to name Wyatt. And they said, well, we should make his first name start with a W, and they came up with Wyatt. He's also 777 is his jersey number. So Wilson has played several key positions for us. Played outfield. He's played a little second base. He definitely is a catcher as well. He's been patient here.
Hasn't really gotten one pitch yet that's hittable. Oh.
Takes a borderline 3-0 pitch.
He turned to throw his bat.
Yeah, he thought he had ball 4.
The ump was like, not so fast.
3-1. Goes down and gets that one, puts it in play, chops to the third baseman. He comes up, sets his feet, and throws for the third out. So 1 big hit and 1 big run on the board for the.
Who went and got this ball?
I don't know.
Wow.
Someone did a great job to go far and retrieve that home run ball, and they just brought it to Brandon here to keepsake for his son.
Hopefully there'll be more to collect.
That's right. We'd love for you to go home with a bag full of home run balls.
It'd be fun.
So 1-0's the score. We're going to go down to the bottom of the second inning next. Drew Moore's still going to be on the mound for us. we're done with the warm-ups and getting ready to see the number 5 hitter. Yeah, this is going to be the 5th hitter of the batting lineup to come up for the home team, San Antonio Wolverines. It's going to be the second baseman, Silva. Facing Drew Moore. He lifts that one into foul territory on the left side, and it's going to be out of play. The way the fences run down third and first base side, as you get closer towards the corner, it angles in, so the territory is less and less. So that limits the amount of opportunities to get an out there in foul territory. This one's lifted in play.
Looks like this one's going to be fair.
Conchopa's calling for it.
Oh.
And everyone in the county hears that call.
So
Tinkopu was calling for it. He just took a tough angle and kind of overran it.
I told the ump at the break that he asked me how I liked his foul ball call in the previous game, and I told him he needed to add an electric slide to it, but he didn't do it there.
And this one's lifted shallow center field. It might drop, and it does. Drop in front of Ennis for a bloop Texas leaguer base hit. They were playing him a bit deep there. That's a leadoff hitter on for a base hit.
He's definitely an aggressive hitter who wanted to keep it in play.
Stepping in next is the pitcher, Delgado. Runner at first, no outs yet. Well, he squares the bunt and offers that one pretty high, and he's not able to put it down on foul territory.
If you're trying to bunt
down
the ball,
the first base side,
that is not a pitch you should try to bunt.
It's a very difficult ball to bunt. So that was a gift for us there. That's a strike with the foul ball bunt attempt. Sometimes on a high pitch like that, you'll see him pop it up too, which would be nice. Runner at first, taking a bigger lead. Drew Moore throws back, trying to keep him honest over there. Another throw over.
Let's see if he shows bunt again.
Moore's working pretty quickly. I think he worked a little too quick on that and rushed his throw, left it high. Time to reset, throw strikes here.
The runner goes. Jared throws it and just a bit off target.
Yeah, that ball drifted on Wilson that come over as a second baseman. It drifted to the shortstop side. He wasn't able to get the tag down before the runner got there. So another stolen base there. I think 2-1 is our count. This ball's drilled pretty deep to left field. It's going to one hop on the fence over Lavender's head. And that's going to be a RBI double, stand-up double.
That was a well-hit ball.
Yeah, he did. Did a good job hitting that ball. And they're going to pinch run for the pinch hitter, let him go rest. So the pitcher helping his own cause out right there.
Yep. Wolverines are battling back.
Yeah, and they have tied the game up 1-1 now.
Misses just outside for a ball. It's also outside for a ball. And he pumps a strike in there. Fastball right down the middle. Batter swings and misses. Counts
Big
2-1.
pitch right there. Needed a strike to get a little confidence going.
And another strike. Batter fouls it back over the catcher into the backstop.
I think I missed. This is the left fielder, Ward, up now. He's the number 7 hole hitter. Still no outs here.
Ooh. Drew almost, I think the runner was leaning for a second, and Drew went back to throw to second base. He got back in time, but.
It's the right idea.
Yeah.
The spin move there. Curveball that's fouled down the line in third keeps the count at 2-2. Gonna have time while the left fielder goes and retrieves that ball.
Umpire needed to replenish the supply of balls. Counts 2-2.
Big pitch right here for Drew. And
nice inside
fastball, yeah. We're thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
One thing I just noticed, Drew lifted his leg and used more of his lower body for that pitch. He's been doing a lot of slide step with the runners on and got an extra velocity boost on that one. Nice pitch there.
Looks
One
like
big
their
out.
First baseman is up now.
Yep, Ehlers. Or
Misses.
maybe you pronounce it Eilers, E-I-L-E-R-S.
Yep.
Right-handed hitter.
First pitch was a ball outside. And that's a strike right down the middle.
Goes the other way with it. Koch is coming in, tracking it, and is able to make the catch. Got a good jump on it, read it well. Had he not come straight in at it, it could have dropped in front of him. But got second out there. Credit that hitter. He put a good swing on it. Yep. Thankfully, we were played position-wise. We were played in a good spot. So we got 2 outs now. Runner at second still.
Oh.
Drew throws an inside curveball that doesn't break enough, and it catches him on the left shoulder, and he takes his base. That was the number 9 hitter. Back to the top of the order now with Garza, who drew a walk his first at bat and came around and scored. Okay, this ball's grounded on the left side. Tinkopa. Not sure what happened there.
Looks like there's some kind of an injury that he had running to first base.
So the batter's saying that ball was ricocheted off his foot. That's why he was struggling to run down the line. The umpire did not call it.
Now he calls it a foul ball.
Now they're going to give it to him.
Thunder players were jogging off the field, but the umpire.
He's grimacing in pain, so it's hard to deny that he's been hit. You know, if the ball hits off of you in the batter's box, it's kind of a dead foul ball. But fortunate in a way for us. At first, it was fortunate for us because Tinkopa, he booted the ball, picked it up, thought he didn't have a play anywhere, and he looked over and the runner had stopped running halfway down the line in pain. So we threw over to first thinking we had the third out.
The ball was hit hard enough towards third. It's hard to imagine that it hit off
That's
him,
my thought.
and
That ball definitely had enough on it that for it to have gone that far is a bit questionable.
Heads up!
That's a foul ball back over us. Not sure what count we have here, to be honest. There's a lot that happened there.
At least two if he fouled it and fouled this one.
Yeah.
You have at least 2 strikes.
I think it's 0-2. So Drew's ahead here. Be smart with the pitch. Ooh, that was a
misses just outside.
Pitch that didn't miss by much. Another ball fouled down and glanced off the hitter a little bit. 1-2 still. Two outs, runner at second and first. Got to force it any base. And this one again is fouled down the third base line. Good battle here between Moore and Garza. 1-2 pitch, and this is on the ground to shortstop. Thompson fields it, throws over to second base to Wilson. He's there, holds on to it, and gets out number 3. So good job working out of a little bit of a jam there after they do tie the game up.
That was a long pitch sequence in that last.
Yeah, there were a lot of pitches thrown there.
Drew wins the battle.
Moore's already up to 34 pitches, but good job navigating through it and keeping just one run on the board for them. They leave a couple of runners on the base paths. So far, Thunder has 1 run and 1 hit, and San Antonio Wolverines have 1 run and 2 hits. We're going to go to the top of the third inning with the score being 1-1.
Ennis is going to be our first hitter, and then Kramer, and then Koch. So we're at the top of the third inning. William Ennis is our batter. And he attempts to do a little bunt down the third base line, but it rolls foul. When William Ennis is one of our speedier runners in the program, I think if that would have been fair, he'd have had a good chance of making it down the line. tries the bunt attempt again down the third base line, but it rolls foul. This time the umpire gives more of a falsetto foul call instead of the loud baritone. Let's see if he tries to another bunt attempt. That's high for a ball. Counts 1 and 2. And swing and a miss on the outside part of the plate for strikeout. Next up for the Thunder is Daniel Kramer. He's had a great tournament so far. And he does not waste time. Swings at the first pitch, hits it to the second baseman, but he's thrown out. The next hitter up for the Thunder is James Koch, playing right field. Pitcher for the Wolverines has done a really good job today. He's only made one mistake, and that mistake was costly, but no one else on the Thunder team has been able to get to him. He's now got a 2-0 count to James Koch. And James hits it to right field for a single. A fastball of the outside part of the plate, and he just poked it out there over the first baseman. So we've got our first runner aboard for the inning, and Robert Coggins is the next hitter. See if he can move James over. Oh, and first pitch swing again, and Robert Coggins hits a line drive straight at the third baseman, who makes the catch for the final out of the inning. So the Wolverines pitcher has given up only 2 hits now, but he is been efficient. Drew Moore, star pitcher. Looks like his pitch count has been 35. So he's got plenty of pitches left in him. Other defensive positions are still the same. I believe this is the number 2 hitter for the San Antonio Wolverines, stepping up to the plate. And if you're just joining us, we're in the middle of the 3rd inning. The score is tied at 1 between the West Houston Thunder and the San Antonio Wolverines. Thunder scored on a home run by Jackson Cavazos over the center field fence. First pitch is low for a ball. Second pitch is low for a ball. And it's another strike, and that is fouled. Oh, not another strike. The first strike is fouled down the third base line. Count is 2-1. Drew gets a sign and delivers a strike, and it is hit to center field, to right field. And James Koch makes the catch for the first out of the inning. So now this is the 3-hole hitter for San Antonio Wolverines. Their DH. He looks like a masher. See if Drew can put him away. Ooh, nope. First hit is a curveball that did not curve and hit the batter on the behind. And he sprints to first base. And Jackson and this hitter joking about something. Next hitter is the catcher. Their cleanup hitter, and he flares a hit out to right field. Let's see if James can make the play.
Oh, he does.
And he does. James
just on the tip of his glove there.
Yeah. James is getting a lot of action over in right field. He's making the plays. So we now have 2 outs. The runner at first. And their number 5 hitter, their second baseman, last name Silva. Ooh, and he again comes inside and hits this batter.
It's his third hit by pitch today, isn't it?
Yeah. Drew is wanting to work inside on a lot of these batters. Some of these pitches are just getting away a little bit. Goes outside just outside the plate for a ball. So now we have runners at first and second. 2 outs. Bottom of the third inning. And this one is hit to the shortstop, and he throws it to the second baseman for the force out, and we're out of the inning.
Worked out of another little jam there.
Yep.
2 runners left. No runs come across there for the Wolverines, and so far all 3 innings both teams matching each other. No runs for either team in the first inning, 1 run for both teams in the second, none again in the third. We're going to the top of the 4th now. Should have, I believe Gunkel will be our leadoff hitter. He's batting last in our order, and then we'll roll back over to Thompson, Tinkopa, Moore after that.
It's another close game. We haven't really had a game where one team's run away from the other. It's been battling back and forth. These are fun games.
Yep. Last game was the closest thing to that, but it didn't come till the very end where we jumped ahead and got a little cushion. was just chatting with one of the other team's coaches, and he shared with me a link to the bracket. So I was trying to read through that and see what.
Home run ball. Man, I wish I could have seen it. Gunkel takes the first pitch, a fastball over the outside part of the plate for a strike. Second pitch was in the dirt for a ball. Love to get a runner on before we turn over to the top of the order. It's another ball in the dirt.
Another rule I'm reading here on the bracket link that was sent to me is that no pitcher can pitch more than 100 total pitches for the 3-day tournament. So that also is a limiter.
That pitch is inside for a strike. Gunkel took a swing, couldn't quite catch up to it. And that's a ball outside. And
Nice
he
job
works
drawing a walk. Uncle's done that a few times this weekend. Been patient and
Aggressive on the base path.
aggressive on the base pass, but not chasing pitches out of the zone.
So now we're at the top of the order with Seth Thompson. Let's see if we can move our runner over. Pitcher checks the runner. The ump calls time. Pitch was outside for a ball, and the catcher saw that Gunkel was getting a little bit too much of a lead and threw it over to the first baseman. Gunkel got back in time.
Another good eye by Thompson there. Can always count on Thompson to work the count in his favor and be a battler. Three and 0 now.
Catcher wants to talk to the pitcher.
That's right.
Only way I can describe Seth Thompson's sense of baseball fashion is dirty. He likes his helmet dirty and cleats dirty. His pants are clean, but
There's like 3 little spots of clean. He brings his work pail.
He does
every day to the game, and he works a walk. Something cooking here now for the Thunder with first and second, no outs. It's going to bring the pitchers or say the pitching coach, a coach of the Wolverines, out to have a chat.
It's always good for Seth to make it to first without getting hit.
Yep, his body thanks him for that. While we're waiting here, I was just taking a look. So there's 12 teams in this. This is the Division I that we're in. There's the Austin Texans, the East Texas Chargers, the Houston Eagles, Houston Thunder. The Houston Eagles would be, I believe, HCYA. Then there's the HSAA Angels. That's who we played earlier. The Oklahoma City Broncos. There's the San Antonio Feast and the San Antonio Wolverines, who we're playing now. Two different teams from San Antonio. And then from the Carrollton area, they're called Taka, T-A-C-A, Black, and Taka Gold, the gold team we played yesterday. Then there's a team from Tulsa, Oklahoma, called the Jaguars. And then the 12th team is the THESA. I don't know where they're from. So 12 teams in this. This is going to be our fourth team we've faced this tournament. Again, we're in the winner's bracket, being up 3-0. Tinkopa steps in. He patiently takes that first pitch for another ball. 1-0 this count.
Seth fouls it over the first base field, the first base fence. Seth has had 16 hits this year, 13 singles, 1 double, and 2 triples.
He hits that one right at the third baseman, who fields, steps on third, and throws across to first for a double play. Nice play, well executed by the Wolverine defense there. And that brings, puts 2 key outs on the board for them right there. Definitely stifles our rally a bit. So now we just have 1 base runner, Thompson. He's now on second base. Drew Moore steps in with 2 outs, looking to see if he can find a way to bring Thompson in. Takes the first pitch high for a ball. I just sent you that bracket. 1-0 pitch. Moore fouls this one back. Little defensive on that swing. 1-1. Jammed on that one a bit. He fouls it down the first baseline. 1-2's the count now. 2 outs with a runner on second for Moore. Be a great time for a base hit. Drew goes down and gets this one. Little flare that the shortstop hits a good jump on and stabs it in between he and the second baseman. Drew didn't get the best swing on that, especially with the good jump the shortstop made. So that's out number 3. No runs come across for the Thunder as well after making some noise there. 1-1. 1-1 is the score. We're going to be in the bottom of the 4th inning next. See how we're going to go about it with the pitching. I would assume Drew's going to stay there.
What is that team?
Who we played? Angels.
So they must not have updated the bracket.
That didn't have last game's results on it yet. So Drew Moore's going to stay on the mound.
So just looking at the standings, there's 2 pools of teams.
This is Jared. I just want to say thank you for all the listeners listening today. I really appreciate the support out there, and roll Thunder.
A little guest appearance from one of our players, Jared Mcdonald. He took advantage of a second before the warm-up started to give a shout-out. That's a first.
Yeah, it is.
When he walked up with a big smile, I didn't know what he was thinking.
I know. I was kind of wondering, is he going to say something inappropriate? Or
Nah.
Not Jared.
I thought he was going to ask you for some food, actually.
Maybe so. Jared's always encouraging. Yeah, so I was looking at the standings in case you guys are wondering. So they haven't updated all the results, but I can tell you in our pool, in the pool that the Thunder are in, we are 3-0, and we're at the very top of the standings. There's another team in Pool 2 that has 4 wins and losses. It looks like they've updated that. What is the name of that team? THESA.
Right. Yeah, that's the one that I don't know
Okay.
where they're from.
There's a team that's the acronym is THESA. They are 4-0, and then Taka Black is 3-0 with 1 tie. So those are going to be the 2 top teams in the other pool.
Okay.
Thunder have done a great job putting themselves in a position to continue participating in this tournament tomorrow.
Yep. It's going to be the bottom 3 hitters in the order for the Wolverines coming up here. The 7-hole hitter, Ward, left field, is going to start off.
That first pitch misses outside for a ball.
Want to know the count. Take something off that one, and the hitter swings through it. He got out in front of it a bit. 1-1's the count. Nice pitch there for Drew. Well, this one's ripped, but right at Lavender. He has to come into his left a bit. Wasn't hit as well as it first sounded. Lavender had to come in on that some, but tracks it down. He's been a real sure-handed outfielder for us this season. Out number 1. This ball's in the air. Second baseman Wilson calls for it, and he makes the out. Nice routine fly ball.
Just looking at the statistics, something that's pretty interesting about Drew Moore, he's thrown 13 innings, and this year he's only walked 1 batter, which is the lowest walks per inning of any pitcher on the Thunder. So he really likes to pitch to contact and doesn't mess around.
He pumps a strike in there, and it's fouled back. This is the number 9 hitter, Garza now, right fielder. Oh, 1 pitch coming in. And he watches that one go by for a strike. Quickly ahead, 0-2. There is no doubt if it's a ball or a strike with this umpire. You know, I love it. You don't have to wonder. Love the lungs. This one's hit hard right at Wilson. He bobbles it a bit and stumbles over it a bit, and he's going to be an error there. He's not able to make a throw on it. First, it thought he still had a shot at it. It kind of ricocheted out of his glove. But when he went down to try to get a handle on it, it kind of lost it and allows a base runner on with 2 outs. Now top of the order. Pretty dangerous hitter here.
Drew and this batter had a long pitching sequence last time they faced each other.
Yes, they did. This is the shortstop, Garza.
And he looks like he had a walk the last time up.
Bigger lead at first now. Let's see what happens there. He's staying. Okay, this ball's lifted in the air to right field. It's going to be a little trouble for Koch. Yeah, he can't get to it. He one-hops it in. He gets it in quickly.
He holds the runner to first with his arm.
Yeah, he throws it into the right place as a cutoff. It keeps that runner off second and also prevents that run from scoring. So now there's first and third. Little jam going again.
Their two-hole hitter is up to bat now. His last name's Rios. He's their third baseman.
I'd be looking for this runner at first to steal here with his speed and been aggressive on the base pass. And kind of a delayed steal, and he's going to trot down to second without a throw. I think he was trying to draw a throw and see if he can get in a rundown, but they just let him have it.
Yeah, I'm sure he was waiting for that throw to second, and the runner on third would have sprinted home. Jared didn't take the bait.
That last pitch was missed for a ball. So 2 runners in scoring position now with 2 outs. It's really important to buckle down and get this hitter. Moore comes set, still throwing from the windup, or the stretch, I mean.
And I think this is going to be in play.
That's right. I first thought this ball was out of play. I'm looking behind me, and no, it stayed in, and Cavazos was able to drift over and get it right in front of their dugout. Big third out right there.
Yes.
Huge, really. Last 2 innings, there's been some threats there from the Wolverines, but again, they come up empty. Really anybody's game at this point. 4 innings are in the books, and 1-1 is the score.
Moore's pitch count's at 55-ish. He should be able to go a little bit more. Yeah, as we mentioned, all 4 of these fields back up to each other, so if it's a long fly ball, it tends to go to another field. There have been a number of balls that have been fouled over here close by us. A couple people have been hit. No one's been hurt, but whenever someone says ball or watch out, you really have to.
I wouldn't blame any fan for just wearing a batting helmet in the stands. So it's kind of been not back and forth, but just kind of a stalemate of a game. Both teams have had some chances to do some things, and thus far only have brought a run across each way. Our one run has come from Jackson Cavazos, solo home run. He's going to be our leadoff hitter here. I would love to see him duplicate that one again. Put another ball in the home run ball bag over here for his papa.
That would be fun. Let's see how the pitcher wants to change his approach. The catcher said coming down, and he was ready to fire it, and the pitcher, second baseman, was just doing some maintenance on second base. He had to hold up.
The Thunder dugout have their little sound system doing some pep-up music to pump up the squad here in between innings. Only 2 hits for the Thunder today in this game. Only 3 for the Wolverines. Something's got to give. We'll see what happens here with Cavazos stepping in. And he takes one curveball that stayed inside on him, almost hit him, dodged it for a ball.
I wonder if he was trying to send a little message there. Came inside
Second
again.
One inside under his armpit. He's giving him a little bit of a look like, I don't appreciate that. Whatever it takes to get on base.
That's right.
Misses low on that one for ball 3.
The San Antonio crowd does not agree with the call. He's got a 3-0 count, and I'm sure Jackson is looking to hit.
He very well may have a green light on this,
Yes.
wouldn't you say? Needs to be just thinking base hit, though. Lays off. It's high. Ball 4, 4-pitch walk.
No, we'll take it.
Not completely surprising they pitched around him a bit there. But a very capable hitter stepping in now is Lavender. Lavender's hit the ball hard today.
Yeah, some of them have gone right at some of the defenders.
That's right. Anytime you're doing that, the only thing to do is keep doing what you're doing. You're gonna eventually have luck if you're hitting it hard. Just takes the first ball low for a ball. Not too big a lead over there for Cavazos. And Lavender gets under this one, drifting back as a second baseman, and he's able to haul it in. Missed that one for sure, got under it. First out of the inning.
See if Jared McDonald can get something going, move Jackson over.
Maybe his shout out brought him some good luck. We'll see here. This will be a great time for him to rip a hit.
I think he's due.
Takes that one high. Something I've noticed about Jared this season, he's had a really good approach as far as knowing the strike zone. He's not swung at a lot of pitches out of the zone. He's worked a lot of walks and worked a lot of pitches. Pitch counts high. So to my point there, he takes the second ball high for ball 2. It's definitely something you develop as a catcher. You learn the strike zone well. As a hitter, you know what you're looking for. Takes quite a cut at that one. Just swings under it. 2-1 now. That one is on the edge of the strike zone. Evens it up now at 2-2. Almost had a double play there. Cavazos was in no man's land. So McDonald swings and foul tips it into the mitt for strike 3. And Cavazos was caught between first and second. They threw behind him and then threw over to second, and they bobbled it a bit. He's able to get back to first. What happened there?
I don't know. Jackson is not known for being a very experienced sliding, and it was an ugly slide. I don't know if he hurt his knee. They were asking him. He was pausing for a while, and they wanted to know if he was okay. He said he was okay.
I thought they were asking our coach if he was okay. Maybe he was asking if our player was okay. Stepping a little gingerly over there. Wyatt Wilson steps in, takes the first pitch for a ball. And notice this pitcher's really working on the upper inner part of the plate in the zone, and he's jamming us. That was what happened there for Wilson. He wasn't able to get any good part of the bat on it, just fouled it back. 1-1's a count. So Wilson lays off that one wisely. 2-1 now.
And Wyatt lifts it into center field. Looks playable, and the center fielder makes the catch to end the inning.
Got a little under some of those pitches that inning. Had some pop outs, fly outs. So credit the Wolverines pitcher. He's done a really good job to keep us at bay.
He's really made one mistake.
Other than really giving up the one critical big hit and the home run. Nothing more to show for it for the Thunder. As we kind of get down to the tail end of this game, it's going to come down to who makes a play or who makes a mistake. They're sticking with Drew Moore. He's going to stay on the mound. They're going to let him empty his tank today, hopefully, and he's going to be up against the upper part of the order. I guess it's kind of middle of the order. 5, 6, and 7 is who he's going to face. The sun is setting. It's right in our faces here. It's going to come down right over center field.
This looks like their number 3 hitter, their DH. His last name's Hill.
Yeah, so I was wrong. This is the number 3 hitter, so it is kind of the middle of the order. 3, 4, 5.
He takes a
Boy.
big cut.
That's
right
called
down
coming
the
out
middle.
of your shoes.
Yes.
He swings through it for a strike. There was one intention alone in that swing.
That was a daddy hack.
Nice pitch down low. He has to go down and he can't get anything on it, just fouls it back. Good location on that pitch. So Drew Moore's quickly ahead, 0-2.
And a
beautiful looping curveball that freezes him. He doesn't like the call, but it doesn't matter. He's out. That was a beautiful pitch.
That hitter was clearly sitting on a fastball and was not expecting that.
He got his foot down early, way out in front, and just froze him.
That was
critical first out.
Great pitch selection there by Drew against a big hitter. This is their catcher.
Yeah, this is their cleanup hitter. Ruggiero is his last name. Sounds like Italian. Makes me hungry for some pizza.
And Drew comes inside. That's a ball.
Misses a bit low there on that one. So he's kind of gotten behind here 3-0. See if he can get back and work. Let his infield, outfield help him.
And
nice pitch, 3-1. Nice pitch. He got him to, little on the upper outer part of the zone. He had to just kind of fight it off and foul it back.
So
He's changing his locations and speeds pretty well here.
So Drew battles back from a 3-0 count to full count.
Yep, big pitch coming. And he misses it. Leaves it up, works a walk. Double play opportunity now. I think they're going to pinch run for the catcher.
That's Drew's first walk of the game.
Yep. Second of the season, right?
Yeah.
All right, time to buckle back down. Let's get a ground ball and get out of this. He misses outside there. Goodness. Boy, we're not exaggerating. It is a dusty, powder dusty infield. Ball was low and one hop Drew's glove, and it just threw a bunch of dust up in his face. All right, this is in the air, lifted, shallow left field. Calling for it is Lavender. He's able to come in and not missing a double play by a whole lot. He comes up showing his arm off. One hops it into first, trying to double that guy up, but he's back. Big second out of the inning. Stepping in
like
next.
An outfielder who takes every opportunity to show off his arm.
Yep.
They might think twice about trying to take an extra base on him.
Makes a little statement. This is the second baseman, Silva.
Yeah, our corner outfielders, Lavender and Koch, also happen to have some of the best arms on the team.
Uh-oh. This is a strategy move.
Let's see. Moore's pitch count is around 70 as Coach Lavender comes on the field to talk to him.
Yep. He's got 68 pitches. So don't imagine he's changing anything because no way Drew can pitch anymore in this tournament, really. And that's the case. It's just a little strategy talk. Mound visit's over. Mcdonald's making his way back at home, so I think we got a 1-1 count here.
I think Drew's been doing a good job of just inducing weak contact, and the defense has been backing him up, and that seems to be the formula for success against these guys.
That's right.
These guys like to hit, but they haven't really been able to get a hold of it.
Another ball lifted in the air. It should be playable for Ennis. He calls for it, camps out, two-hands it, brings the third out, and that was a big out. Good job there again, like you say, to just induce contact and get. He finds a way to get the out wherever he needs it.
We got to get our bats going. This pitcher seems to have had our number, except for the home run. We need to get some runners on. So the umpires just informed us that this is going to be the last inning. So hopefully the Thunder can generate something and pull out the win and avoid a tie. Either way, I believe we will be the top seed in our pool. William Ennis is stepping in as the first batter for us. And it's a strike that he fouls over the catcher. San Antonio Wolverine pitcher has given up, he's gone 5 innings. He's only given up 2 hits. He's walked 3 and struck out 4. He has a pitch count of 64. He still seems to be going strong. He throws another strike, and Ennis fouls it again over the catcher.
Say, Ennis, line drive, baby.
Strike 2. Let's see if he can level out that swing. And
So this
serve
is
it
going to
up.
be the last inning. The umpire has announced. Also found out that
And that's high for a ball. So our batters are going to be Ennis, Kramer, and Koch.
just
Who are the
noticed
first
that
three?
our field umpire is gone. So there's only just the home plate umpire is the only umpire on the field now. Not sure what happened there.
That's unusual. And a big swing and a miss from Ennis. Strike 3. And Daniel Kramer is our next batter.
Kramer has had some good production and some key at bats this season. This would be a great time to find a way to get on base for us here. Yeah, you look up and realize, man, what a great pitching performance this San Antonio pitcher's made. I mean,
Yes.
we really haven't been able to do much of anything. Kramer grounds that. It's not handled cleanly by the third baseman. Kind of gets under his glove and off his foot, and he's going to be on with an error. Doesn't matter how you get on, just get on.
Putting bat on ball. Let's see if James Koch can keep this going.
Lay off the low ones, baby.
And jams him inside.
He's way ahead, way out in front on that one.
James Koch fouls it over the third base fence. Strike 1. And that is
Lays off
inside.
that one inside. Good job.
And that's in the dirt for another ball.
Yeah, so he's working it into a good count for him here. This would be a time for him to take advantage of a good pitch right over the plate if he can get one.
And that was
Fouls that one off of his leg. The umpire lets everybody know.
kind of refreshing. We've had some umps that are pretty quiet, and you're just
Yeah.
like, "What's the call?" There's never been a moment that Brian and I have had to wonder this game. Counts 2-2.
Kramer's still on first base. 1 out. And he lays off that low one. Does a good job there, not chasing. Works it to 3-1 now. Works a walk. Good at bat right
All
there.
right.
Slim Jim, as the players call James Koch. It's a good nickname.
He is a tall drink of water.
That's right. So Robert Coggins steps in, left-handed hitter. And time is called, and the coach is going to come out. See if this is a mound visit or a pitching change.
See, the Wolverines pitcher his pitch count is about 76. He seems to still be throwing hard. His location's been a little bit more erratic this inning than past innings. So let's see if Robert Coggins can get us going. Move the runners over. We really need quality at bats. This pitcher's kind of losing his control a little bit. Don't need to do him any favors. He's not going to throw strikes.
This is the time to make a move right here. Coggins lifts that one out of play. Yeah, we've popped up a lot of hits today, so. Time to try to get on the top half of the ball.
And he shows bunt, gets over the top of it, and it fouls back.
Just doesn't get it all. And he's down 0-2 now. Got Kramer on second base and Koch on first. He's instructed now to choke up and protect.
We got Gunkel on deck, and then we'll turn over to the top of the order if we can get there.
Defensively fouls that one off, staying alive. Yeah, Kramer's not getting too big of a lead at second, and they're not doing much to hold him there. Here his teammates urging him to take a bigger lead. Takes it low. And
Coggins swings at a
can't
high
lay
fastball.
off. Can't lay off that one. Unfortunate. It was rising as he was swinging. He just wasn't able to catch up to it.
Let's see if the freshman can get a hit.
Yep, 2 outs now.
He's worked some walks earlier in the game. It's in there for a strike. And
Swings late on that one. 0-2.
Strike him out.
Really big pitch right here. Thunder's still trying to hang on and do something here with this tie game. 0-2 pitch.
and that's high for a ball. Counts 1 and 2. They are not holding Kramer on at all.
Like to see him get about 10 more feet off the base.
Works the count back to 2 and 2 with a ball low, that pitch.
Okay, big pitch coming in right here. Gunkel's ready. Pitch coming in. Took something off, and he just doesn't come up with anything. Swing and miss, strike 3.
So I believe that's going to end in a tie for us.
Well, they're home team, so.
I think he said that was the last inning, though.
Well, they could still win, right? They get one more at bat.
Do they get one more?
Yeah, they should. Home team should always get the last at bat.
That's true.
Best case for us, it ends in a tie. So it's going to be up to Drew Moore to get 3 more outs for us. And
that's right. We were the visitors.
We were home team both times yesterday, and visitors both today.
Looks like there's no defensive changes in the field.
It's definitely the most struggle we've had with our bats this tournament here, this game. Haven't looked at how many runners we've left on base, but it's been quite a few, I bet. All right, we're ready for the bottom of the 6th inning. First pitch over for a strike for Drew.
That was a well-hit ball to left field over Lucas's head for a stand-up double.
Yep, probably their best hit of the day right there.
Yeah.
At a big time in the game. Third base coach calls time. The second base runner on second runs all the way over to get some instructions being whispered into his ear.
Got to wonder if he's going to try to bunt him over and manufacture a run.
Well, that's the only run that matters right now for them.
That's right.
That's the winning run on second base with no outs.
And now Coach Lavender wants to talk about it with Drew. It looks like we're going to have a pitching change.
Come on, James.
He's bringing in the right-hander, James Koch, to relieve Drew Moore. Drew Moore's pitched a great game, only giving up 1 run.
So we're going to have James Koch come in, try to close this game out, hold it to a tie.
Again, we have to have a wardrobe change with the shoes. Have to take off the metal spikes and put on.
And Drew puts his metal
Flats.
spikes back on, going back to shortstop.
James has been out for a while with he had a blister on his middle finger. So I think he's had to lay off pitching for a while. He's recovered, and he's been one.
It seems we've gotten a bit quieter as this game's gone on, where the sun is just staring us right in the faces right now. Thankfully, it's not super hot, but it's warm. Koch coming in here in relief.
And it looks like Drew Moore is going to be coming back in on defense. I think Wyatt is shifting from second base back out to right field, and Seth Thompson is moving over to second base.
All right, looks like the warm-up pitches are done for Koch. Big opportunity, big situation here. Something's got to give.
Yep.
No outs, runner at second base. Stepping in is number 33.
And
he squares to bunt and pulls back. It's taken high for a ball.
let's see if Seth Thompson is going to charge. So if he bunts it down the third base line, Seth's going to have to charge, and Drew will cover third.
Yep.
Pumps in a strike there.
Yeah, he pulls back. Don't know if he was intending to just fake bunt, but that was definitely a ball that he could have put in play. Squares around again. He offers at it. It's high, and now he has 2 strikes on him, which likely he would not be bunting with 2 strikes.
It seems like it's rare for kids at this level who are to be great bunters. It's like a lost art. This guy seems to be struggling to lay down a bunt.
All right.
You see a lot of pro players do it, and it looks real easy, but
something you got to work a lot at, too. Ooh, that ball didn't miss by much. He squared the bunt again. He pulls back. Must have been a hair high.
And when you have an 80-mile-an-hour fastball coming in at eye level.
All right, strike 3. He tries to bunt with 2
Yep.
strikes and doesn't get it down. That's a big out.
That is a big out.
A little bit surprising, honestly.
Yeah.
When you have 2 strikes. If he could have just put the ball in play on the ground to the right side, it would have moved the runner over the same. But
yep, it was you could hear the third base coach for the Wolverines telling this batter, get it done, lay down a bunt. He couldn't do it.
Koch does a great job to pump a strike in there to get ahead 0-1.
And you can sense from the sounds from the Wolverines bench, they're really wanting to do something.
High.
Let's go, Thunder!
And he fouls the ball
Chases
back.
one up a little bit. Helps us out. 1-2 is now the count. So Koch is ahead here. See if we see that curveball from him.
Yep. He jams him inside for another foul ball.
Another fastball in there that he's late on. Fouls it off.
Yeah.
Over first base dugout. Little battle going. I don't know how you lay off that pitch. Must have been outside enough to not offer at it. Ball on the ground, fielded by second baseman Thompson. Brings a second out. Runner advances to third, but there are 2 outs now.
So it comes down to this. If we get the out, we tie. They can drive in their runner from third. They will get the victory.
So all the fielders should be playing back now in their normal positions. The out that matters is the hitter. As far as if it's a ground ball or fly ball, let's just get him out. Runner at third now with 2 outs. A little bit high on the ball.
For a ball.
Koch
like
doesn't realize that the umpire had time. The batter was stepped out of the box. He threw a pitch in, and it didn't count.
And he buzzes him inside for another ball. I believe this is their leadoff batter. Another ball. And Coach Lavender wants to talk to James Koch.
Sometimes Koch gets a little amped up and gets working a little too quickly, I feel like, where he just needs to take a breath and make sure every pitch is thought out and executed.
And he's got to trust his defense.
That's right. They're making a pitching change. I would think this is intentional to keep Koch available for tomorrow.
Yeah, it looks like James Koch was at 15 pitches.
Yep.
So this does preserve him for one of the games tomorrow.
So Wyatt Wilson's going to come in, try to get this last out. So Wyatt Wilson coming in to pitch.
Yes. Wyatt had sunglasses hanging off the back of his hat. Umpire made him remove them. Wyatt's pitched 6 innings this year for the Thunder. And Wyatt's stats are pretty impressive. He's got 12 strikeouts and a 0 ERA. So let's see if he can keep it up.
Where'd your partner go, Blue? That shows the trust they have in you. Holding down the whole fort. We can tell. All right, we're ready to get back into action here. This is the final inning, final at bat possibly. 1-1 is the score. Thunder just trying to hold it to a tie here for the home team, Wolverines. Wyatt puts his first one over for a strike. 3-1, 3-1. Ooh, where was that?
Whoa.
That looks good.
That looked like a good pitch. He must have just missed. Oh, wow. Looked like he was going to make a pitching change, but he's going to leave White in.
A lot of chess moves in this game for sure.
It is. That run doesn't really matter. Wyatt
Standing
tests him
behind.
inside.
2 balls and no strikes now. Well,
It was unfortunate. There was a pop fly in between the shortstop and the center fielder. I think they were both going for it. Not sure if one of them called it or not, but they both reached for it, and it looks like both of their gloves just popped the ball up in the air, and it hit the ground. So run scores.
tough way to end it right there.
It is
It was
tough.
it was down in kind of